Manchester City vs Aston Villa 15th of the 10th 2011 SelMcKenzie Selzer-McKenzie. Author D.Selzer-McKenzie. My tip. Draw. This is a duel, two teams. These are undefeatedly the only ones in the first 7 rounds of the Premiership, together with Manchester United and Newcastle. These are. But the team is of Manchester City centre more with 4 points on the first place. Only Tabellensiebte during Aston Villa, and to be more precise with 8 points less than the leading two from Manchester. From Birmingham, the guests have suffered stadium just as many defeats in the last 5 meetings in the East Country, while they have been much more convincing on a land of their own and have a cut against their citizens of 2 victories and 2 draws. The beginning, 15th of the 10th 2011. 16. The footballers of Manchester City Centre simply play this season in all games on victory, except for this excellent series of the home appearances against Aston Villa. This means that they would also like a goal more. The detail confirmed what always that have they lost into 7 matches affected the opposing net even 23 times. We can expect a similar approach of the charges of the coach Mancini because of this also on Saturday, particularly because most are in terrific form and have also the opportunity to reach the leading position in this season the first time, because its town rival United has a heavy guest appearance at Liverpool. But the hosts must be rather careful in this duel against the very unpleasant team from Birmingham, calibrating early, too. If perhaps the defence of City Centre is not on the greatest standard, it could come to certain problems. Well, last games in which they have at home defeated Overton with 2-0 and Blackburn to guest with 4-0 surely have a positive influence on the atmosphere in the team. At the start, the defeat and draws have very badly a league at once, even if she interplayed the champions. You will remain focused at most also against Villa to collect points also further. What the failures does concern are Jong and Nasri come back. Besides the suspended Tevez probably also not be midfield players Barry and Johnson in the first team, as well as defender Richards, lasting, the recovered. Expected list: City Centre, Hard, Zabaleta, Company, Lescourt, Kolarov, De Jong, Iatoyu, Agaro, Nasri, Silva, Zeko. Prey 365. 100% to €100 exclusive bonus. Award-winning bookmaker. We have already said that in the introduction Aston Villa is one of 4 teams which has not been defeated yet in the previous part of the Premiership. But what has them a much better placing on the table cost in this time period if they obtained even 5 draws, surely? Of course this is the result of the tactics of the coach McLeish. He also has been a right expert for draws with the team of Birmingham in the earlier seasons. But the fans of Villa are not so very content with this game style and demand a little offensive and effective game. So Villa has played finally a little more dedicatedly in the last round and is in the duel against Wigan, with the hits for its only 2nd victory in this season come by Agbon Lahore and Benton, to be more precise, again at home. The team of Aston Villa also plays namely this season ahead of the fans of its own much better, and this is its greatest problem at City Centre shortly before this guest performance. To this Husky has not recovered yet either enough, and this also causes them problems. The better and better Bannon then will get the opportunity instead of it. The new entry of Gina also has not reached the competition form yet, and the young Albright therefore should get the precedence in the midfield also this time. The weak Holland and Duff could have the bench left on. Expected list: Aston Villa, Given, Hutton, Dunn, Collins, Warnock, Albrighton, Petrov, Bannon, N, single quotes Ogbia, Bent, Agbon Lahore. Although the hosts are the absolute favourites in this match, we consider that also the guests from Birmingham, under the leadership of coach McLeish, still have not collected any defeat and want to give everything for certain to stadium continue this string of victories also in the East Country. But they reach this have to play them with that much more offensively than at the previous guest performances, since it has to be expected that the terrific go-getters of the hosts will be on their cut from 2 to 3 goals per game also this time. Because of this we also have decided in favour of this enticing tip with many hits.